All right, it is time for coaching, Miss Brashana Chambers. I am so excited for this because you have been kind of like steady the entire time I've seen you at Notary Nerd. So I'm really
Thank
curious to
you.
see what you are wanting to do and kind of where you see your business going. So tell me about what you got going on, and if people watch this back, tell them more about you, and then tell them about your business.
Okay, yeah. Um, I run the notary chamber, and then I have the schools, Oklahoma Notary University,
Okay.
and which well, I was coached by Monica. Here in the state of Oklahoma, I've been a notary for 3 years now, and I want to be a business owner and run the business instead of be the business. So I want to make that transition.
I'm with you, girl. I'm trying to do the same thing. Okay. So how long have you been in business?
so I've been in business 2 years and 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then before that, are you still currently working your full time, your W-2 job?
No, I'm fully in my business.
Oh, go ahead, fully in my business. Okay.
Yes.
So what's the one thing that you say that you want to see happen with your business this year? Where do you see it going?
So I want to basically automate it. So
Mm,
I don't have to be so hands-on, if that makes sense.
right.
So my thoughts are, I want to build the school up to where it's running on its own. And then I want to start a signing service. So the people that I teach, I know that they are good. I know they have the correct knowledge because I taught them. Now I'll be able to pass them the business. So I'm not running up all my miles on my car and, having to juggle my schedule and stuff like that. And it's passing them business and giving them the opportunity to build their business, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Okay. And what is that's exactly my journey. Like our journeys are exact, right? Because that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to have a signing service, but when I started taking notary training, I realized that, some real estate agents and title companies had bad experiences with notaries who did not know how to properly notarize documents and stuff wasn't
Mhm.
recorded properly. And it just, scared me to set up a signing service with people who wouldn't be properly trained in my state law. So I
Mhm.
totally get where you're going. What do you think you need the most to help you automate? Is it a website? Are your students kind of like sometimes where they're into the training some days and then not some others, or they're not really doing the work? What do you think it is that is the core, if you had to guess, the core thing that needs to be fixed?
To be honest, I think I'm really bad at marketing, the
Okay.
marketing side,
Okay.
to be honest. So because I have the information on
Right.
there. Um, my students get every part of me, and I also currently work with an estate planning lawyer. So I use my students as witnesses, so they get a taste. They see what it looks like, and I pay them. So, so
We should have no problem. You're providing a tremendous amount of value to your
yeah,
students. So you
yeah.
have access to an estate attorney who you do work with. So
Hmm.
let's start with that. The fact that you're an active participant in the industry is huge as a training
Hmm.
uh uh what do you say, marketing tip or marketing plus. You are doing what you are teaching, right? So
Hmm.
that, and you got the professional coach, if you will, and the attorney, and you're compensating them for being witnesses. So I think that your program is a program that there should be a waiting list for people to get on. Okay. So
Hmm.
that's what we got to figure out. You're right. It is a function of marketing. There is a piece missing there, and we just got to figure out what it is. Now, I know that okay. So how's your Facebook group doing? Because that's where we find our tribe. Have you seen any changes in the number of people coming into your Facebook group, or talk to me about your Facebook group?
I made the Facebook group private, so only people that are members at Oklahoma University can get in the Facebook group because I drop a lot more stuff in there, if that makes sense.
Okay. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to create a public Facebook group.
Okay.
Okay, now leave that one private for your exclusively for your members, but you
Hmm.
need a place for people to come and get to know you. and
Okay.
to be able to get familiar with the, quality of information that you are providing. And that
Mhm.
needs to be a public facing Facebook group. And
Mhm.
it could be, different, whatever you want to do when it comes to the name of it. Obviously it can't have the same name as the private one. But it could just be reflective of, a general Oklahoma notary meetup or whatever you
Mhm.
want to call it, right?
Mhm.
So that you can attract those individuals who are in interested in what you have to offer.
Mhm.
Now, let's talk about your offer, because one thing that I struggled with is understanding the importance of it and delineating it and putting myself in their shoes.
Mhm.
Sometimes when we're trainers and we're what we call information marketers or sellers or training courses, we think about, okay, we know how valuable the knowledge is. And
Mhm.
so we'll put it out there and, we'll say, hey, it's this much money.
Mhm.
Well, to the person, they don't care about that. They want to know what that knowledge is going to do to help them solve that particular problem. So
Mhm.
how we do that is we communicate in their language versus I've got a Oklahoma training school and it's X number of dollars a month. Come join. That's what
Mhm.
we as self-employed business owners do. I've got
Right.
this thing, it's good, come join it.
Yeah.
That's our offer. And then we sit back and wonder why people don't beat down our doors. When we should have done, instead of communicating that, we should say, I help you get paid while you train and get hands-on access to estate attorneys or to an
Mhm.
estate attorney, as well as coaching. So
Mhm.
in that way, and I could clean that up. Okay, so that's kind of rough. So what I would come back with and smooth it out with is I offer coaching. You want to call it probably group coaching because that's what it is.
Mhm.
I offer group coaching to new notaries who want to get paid while they learn. See how that second round I cleaned it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm starting to feel good. Now, when that person in my tribe hears that, they hear something that they want. They
Mhm.
don't want this school, it's got all this information and get rah rah. Okay, great. They want that coaching that gives them the ability to make money while they learn. You hitting
Mhm.
on all of the points. So revamp your offer,
Okay.
your communication in your email that you say to them, and your that you send to them, and in your messaging on your on your website, as well as your Facebook, your descriptions.
Mhm.
Change your identity. Yes, you are Oklahoma Notary School. However, don't stop there. Define Oklahoma Notary School as the place where you get 101 or group coaching. I would start with group coaching
Mhm.
and access and the ability to get paid while they are in training.
Mhm.
Okay. And hands-on experience. I would throw something about hands-on experience in there as well. So now that we've got that, we're definitely dealing with the two pieces of marketing that are the biggest is finding your audience. We've addressed that by establishing a public Facebook page, a public Facebook group that will naturally Facebook will send those people to you. Then we've also addressed that by changing and adjusting our offer to communicate what's important to that potential, student versus the announcement of what we have, which is a
Mhm.
school. Yes, we have a school, but we want to make sure they know what they get out of that school so that they will reach into their pocket and
Mhm.
then put their debit card into action, right?
Yep.
Now, the other thing is this: you may want to consider, are you doing a free trial?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. So you want to consider the journey of your student, and marketing is definitely that. It's a journey of taking someone from a prospect to a lead, and the best way, into a client. And the best way I can explain this is to just pretend like it's just us, right? In
Mhm.
order for me to get you to become a member here, I had to get to know you. I had to pull you in some way. I had to give you something. And one of those somethings you can do is we talked about the downloadables and the lead magnets and all of that, but a free trial for 7 days or
Mhm.
10 days
Mhm.
gives them the opportunity to come in and say, okay, hey, this is okay. So they found you on Facebook, you gave them
Mhm.
access to this free Facebook group, and then as a part of that, in your pinned featured post, you have your free 7-day trial link or your free 10-day trial link. Because what you want to do is just like me and you, or you and whoever, is start the relationship off, meet for coffee. That's the analogy I'm drawing here. By the Facebook group is you and them meeting up for coffee and kind of getting to know each other. That link in that featured post is you inviting them into, to go to dinner instead of just coffee. So the
Mhm.
relationship is just you're starting off a relationship, and you're just doing it in a way where you're doing it from one to many. So
Mhm.
you have to, like you say, automated have this process. And by having that link posted up there, it'll be a constant feeding into your system without you having to touch it. They'll go into the 7-day or the 10-day free trial. At the end of that trial, either their card will be charged or they will have canceled it.
Mhm.
And in the middle of that, another part of marketing that people sometimes forget is customer service. So you
Mhm.
don't want people to have friction anywhere along this process. It needs to
Mhm.
be easy to get into your Facebook group. There doesn't need to be 10,000 rules about when you can breathe and when you cannot breathe, right?
Okay.
They need to be able to find this link for your free trial easily without everybody having to go to the file section or go search. It needs to be posted as a feature. Once they click and go to that, they need to know also how to cancel it, so
Mhm.
that at the time that trial is coming due, you don't have a whole bunch of, you weren't supposed to charge my card, and I didn't sign up for this, and I'm gonna call the police. And you see, we don't want that, right?
Mhm.
So as you begin to automate this process, your marketing process, that communication can be done in the form of a quick Loom video. I would get on Loom, I would share my screen. This is how you can cancel your free trial in order that you may not get charged.
Mhm.
And as soon as they sign up for the free trial, I'm assuming you're using Kajabi.
Mhm.
Okay. As soon as they sign up for that free trial, I would set up an automation that
Mhm.
says, hey, once this offer is purchased, right, send email. Okay. You can do
Mhm.
that in your offer. So tell it to send an email. And in that email, set it up for that video to go out or a link to it. Okay. You
Okay.
can put that video in a drive and send the email with a link to the drive folder, or you can actually think that would probably be the best way is to do the video on Loom, download it, upload it to your V folder in your Google Drive, which I know that you have, okay,
Mhm.
for videos. And then when you go back over to Kajabi and automate and tell it when this offer is purchased, I need you to send an email. When it lets you do that email, and let me see if I can show you real quick because it's easier to show you than it is to just tell you. Hold on for me just a second. Let me get to a place. And while I'm doing this part, do you have any questions about anything so far?
Yeah. I actually want to add that I actually have this free. I use one of my products to have like a free um course. It's
Right.
like I call it monetize your stamp, and it's showing people how the 4 different ways that they can make money with their notary stamp. So, which is I did mobile notary, remote online notary, apostille, and loan signing. And so it breaks down like exactly what those are, the how much money you can make, and then I created an email sequence once they sign up for it.
Very good. Okay, so how are they finding out about that?
So I have it like on Instagram. I have it in linked at the top.
Okay.
Um,
Your link in
oh,
bio.
mhm.
Okay.
um, I have it in my link um, on TikTok. Um,
Okay. So if they find you on social media, they can find your link in bio and then take advantage of that free, what is the name of the training again?
monetize your stamp.
Monetize your stamp training. And that covers apostille, list those
Um,
again.
Mobile notary, remote online notary, apostille, and loan sign.
Holy mackerel.
And
So
it's not deep, like deep. It's just me introducing, telling them exactly what it is, how they can make money, and the income potential on it.
okay, okay, good. So, and how long does that training last?
It's not long at all. It's like 20 minutes maybe, because it's
And it's
like,
recorded.
mm-hmm,
Okay. Um, that's okay, that's good. But I would probably add a little bit more to it to increase the number of accesses. In other words, that's a very good start, but I would probably add something tangible to that. I
okay.
don't know if you could create a something that they would need in order to move that information forward. Now that you've told me about these different things and different ways to make money, give me something that I can use to go do that. So
Mm-hmm,
depending on where that is, if I'm brand new and I don't have my notary commission, that could look like a checklist on how to become a notary in the state of Oklahoma.
mm-hmm,
Okay. And if I am an experienced notary, meaning I've got my notary commission, but I just don't know how to, I've never been an entrepreneur, I've just been doing it for my job or whatnot, then maybe what that looks like is a one-page marketing plan. Like this is who you would start to, um, since you've already got your commission, you don't need to tell them about the NNA or errors and omissions insurance, or maybe you do. Some of them may not know about that when it comes to entrepreneurially using their stamp. So
mm-hmm,
even someone who's a notary on the job will still need to have some level of basic understanding about the things that they need when it comes to doing this for companies. So I
mm-hmm.
would create two tangible documents and supplement that 20-minute video so that people have even more of a reason to access
Mm-hmm.
that free item and enter into your funnel.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back real quick, and I wanted to show you here the 7-day trial here at Notary Nerds University. So
Mm-hmm,
I give them everything for 7 days, right?
mm-hmm.
So that's when I say revisit your free thing and add more to it, right?
Okay.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to pile on as much as you possibly can, because it's sometimes you'll get people to download or access it, but you want more than not enough, right? See,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even have very many. I've had 162 people do this, which is, I've not I've put it out there, but I've not like done ads and marketed and spent money to tell people about it. This is just people that are finding it on its own organically. But just about everything is in there. So beef up your free thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's only for a short period of time. And then
Mm-hmm.
the automations is what I wanted to focus on. I've got several set up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if at the 7th day mark, it fails, guess what? The access is revoked automatically. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
you wanting to automate your business. If you automate the front end, then that is it's the beginning to everything being automated. So if
Mm-hmm.
they're free coming into your funnel, stop right there. If it doesn't go through on the payment, then if it does, then grant them the fullness of whatever you have to offer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add a tag to them, and if their payment fails throughout their subscription, deactivate. Okay, so those are the 4 that I would absolutely automations that I would add, and I'll make sure you got this as a replay that's going to come back your way. So, but I want to add another one. I want to say when this offer is purchased, or when this offer is granted, I think I might have to say granted. Because you want this automation email to go out immediately when they start their trial.
Mm-hmm.
This is saying it won't go out until after they have purchased the thing. So we don't
Okay.
want this automation. We want something else. Let me get out of here. We want to send an email post. I guess purchase will be, I have to clarify with Kajabi what purchase means. Because if purchase means when they sign up for free, then
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what we want. Okay. So let's just assume that's the case. Let's go ahead and assume that when they purchase it, even though they don't pay, that's what happens at the very beginning. So when they
Mm-hmm.
purchase it, you want to send out an email that says, here's subject, how to cancel your free trial. I don't want anybody to get charged who doesn't really want to be charged. It's going to
Mhm.
be a headache and a bog on down on your customer service. And you don't want that. So
Mhm.
go ahead and don't be afraid. Put it in the subject line. Look, here is how you cancel. Okay.
Mhm.
How you cancel is this. So I would say, thanks for signing up for the free whatever day trial. Here's here's a video showing you how to cancel before you get charged. I'm straight up. I don't want you under any misunderstandings. If you like it, great. I love it. If not, look, I told you before how this worked, right? So
Mhm.
you can't come and be upset and mad at me because you forgot to do it. I'm sending this
Mhm.
email almost instantly after you sign up for that trial. And definitely go to Kajabi chat and verify that the
Okay.
purchase equals sign up, basically. Thanks, and I would put support team. Okay, that's what I would do. In that video, I would take the word video and I would highlight it and I would create a hyperlink to the video URL, which would come from my Google Drive. And
Mhm.
then I would tell it to open up in a new window
Mhm.
so that when they were in my email, it would open up that video in a new window. And that's how I would do that. So the
Okay.
the big solution I have for you, in because you got the guts of your product is good. You have
Mhm.
great content, you know what you're doing. You just need to get more people inside of your content, and you have to create a system for that. And that system now looks like a public Facebook group that
Okay.
has a featured post with a link to a free trial that is automated to shut them down if they don't pay, that is automated to email them on how to cancel so they don't call me after the 7 days, that gives them access to your full thing when they go from free trial to um, full membership. Okay. And that tags them as free whatever day trial so that in your database, marketing wise, where they came from.
Mhm.
Okay. So those are the four things that I would have associated with my Kajabi. And those are the two things that I would do: Facebook and that link and that trial. Those three things, I would implement those ASAP. Okay.
Mhm.
If your title is good, monetizing your notary stamp. The content of that is good, but it's only 20 minutes and it's just highlights, right?
Mhm.
People now are hit with all kinds of stuff, and you really got to beef up your free thing in order for them to really feel like downloading it, because they could probably find out what you are asking them to download or access. They could probably find it out on YouTube. Give them something special that
Mhm.
they can't find on YouTube.
Okay.
All right, what else you got?
Um, let's see. I think that's all I got there. I do want to ask,
Okay.
do you think that because I eventually because let me start, Oklahoma is small. It is what it is.
Right.
And so I want to extend my territory. Do you think that it would be smart to eventually extend my territory by adding other states?
That's a great question. I think my not my first move. Yes, eventually phase three,
Yes.
phase four of my business, right?
Hmm.
Phase two, which is where you are, right?
Hmm.
You're doing the loan signings, now you're doing the training, and I would go into government contracting.
Okay.
I would go into providing these same services for my local and state government and seeing if there's some opportunities there. Because I don't know if
Hmm.
you know, recently a young lady out of Florida got a business established just like you. She went ahead and got all her government certifications. She found an opportunity in Texas
Hmm.
and she reached out to me and said, we're going after that. It's a 5 year and it's for notary training for a government
Hmm.
agency. And it's a real deal. I was like shocked.
Hmm.
Last night, one of my coaching students, Frances, I don't think she'll mind me sharing because I'm going to be sharing her video later. She's in Texas and there was an opportunity in her county, Travis County. Okay.
Mhm.
So I think before going outside of the state, I think it's important for us to be aware of what's happening at the county level,
Mhm.
city
Mhm.
level, state level, when it
Mhm.
comes to procurement. So I don't know what your temperament is with regard to adding another thing to your plate, but I do have that government contracting group coaching program that you would be perfect in. And
Okay.
what I'm doing there is I'm helping those who are the first 50, and I don't have 50 yet. I think there's just a couple people in there right now. But the
Mhm.
first 50 people, I am allowing them to use my company as a subcontractor. So
Mhm.
now, once you're in there and you're looking for contracts, even though you're not woman owned small business yet, even though you're not this yet, even though you're not that yet, that doesn't matter because as a coaching student of mine, you get the ability to put me on the contract with you as a sub, you be the prime. And what comes with that is when you say automations, let me show you what you guys are all getting. So you guys are all going to get, let me get out of this. So let me get back into the dashboard. So when it comes to automation, right now, Kajabi, and you know I love Kajabi. I've been with Kajabi for 2 years, but this software that I've run across, as a result of me getting coached myself, is what I'm giving to my coaching clients. And what
Mhm.
it does is it allows you to uh, automate it from the beginning.
Mhm.
And what do I mean by that? You have, I'm going to share my screen here again, just a second. Let me go to a different view. All right. So this software has what's called a Google My Business to chat feature, right?
Mhm.
So now when people are searching for whatever that you are having, your Google My Business page is set up for, they have the ability to come into your funnel by sending you a chat.
Mhm.
This chat will come over into this, which is your communication dashboard. Let me show you that. It'll come into your conversations. From your conversations, you can sit here and it'll tell you where that conversation came from. And either
Mhm.
you or your assistant can sit here and communicate instantly, or you can set it up to automate, which is what you want to do. Just ask, and hi, thank you for reaching out. How can I help you? Just this general kind of response. So
Mhm.
this software includes that calendaring and all kinds of things. So as to take the burden of you doing it out of the picture. So
Mhm.
it's complete automation. I've never experienced this before. This is a new software to me. It's something
Mhm.
I've just scratched the surface trying to learn.
Mhm.
But the the thing that I like about it, especially for folks like you who have multiple business lines, is that it allows for you, and like it is for me, it's allowing for me to create websites for each of my businesses, set
Mhm.
up workflows, okay,
Mhm.
for each of them. And a
Mhm.
workflow, and we'll go down to automation real quick before I go to sites. A workflow is how something happens. So when a new student does this and they download your thing, then that, just like you have those email automations set up, you have those set up over here, but this integrates into calendaring. It integrates into some other pieces, okay? And it
Mhm.
has a place for you to house all of your training, membership products and offers and all of the things, right?
So I have a question for you. I actually know what this platform is. I was introduced to me last year, but I was already in your coaching program, so I was like,
Right,
I will put that to the side.
right.
So I have a question. But are you able to like, are your students able to get the coaching, like the membership side, plus the website?
So as far as the coaching for the building of the membership site,
Mm-hmm.
see that takes, yes, but that's a different coaching program. This one, I'm using it for the government contracting and for the coaching. So you would
Okay.
need to determine which one you wanted to focus on, whether it be government contracting or actually the coaching includes the government contracting. But the when I say coaching, I mean if I'm helping you build a membership platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to help you make some money. I'm going to help you do at least 100K. That's
Mm-hmm.
my thing. That's my offer, right? And
Mm-hmm.
for me to do that, I'm going to teach you about government contracting, but we're going to focus on building a site that generates 5 figures every month. That's what we're focused.
Mm-hmm.
So last
Okay.
year when we did the 10K notary training program, and we did that
Mm-hmm.
in that 14 weeks, it was clear that you can't do that in 14 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not for real. I did
Mm-hmm.
and I did it because I kind of stopped, dropped, and rolled and went like completely all in and was like, you know, zooming every night, and not that's not realistic for everybody else. So
Right.
so with that coaching program, yes, I can do that. I can coach and provide the software. It's just not like we're going to be applying for government contracts every day.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay. The government contracting one, we are legit looking, searching, and finding local opportunities so we can go after that. So there are two different focuses. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you do get some government contracting coaching in this membership
Mm-hmm.
training thing. I will teach you some government contracting, but my focus in that building a platform thing is all about building a platform, because
Mm-hmm.
my guarantee is if I don't get you to 100K, you get your money back. So I've
Mm-hmm.
got to be focused on
Yeah.
getting
No, I
you that,
understand.
you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, that's how that works. And I have to bring in a team, and I have to make sure, because I learned that you can't, like you say, do everything. So I've got
Mm-hmm.
VAs that'll be helping with curriculum development, some of the interactive worksheets that you're going to need to make people have a reason to come back.
Mm-hmm.
We got a VA for that. We got a VA that's going to help, do some of the administrative things to get your site up so that we can focus on marketing on the front end and bringing volume to your sale.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually I want to go into government contracting. I actually know the liaison who she works with ODOT here in Oklahoma,
Okay.
and she helps black owned businesses get BDE certified.
Oh, wow.
Um so I think I'll definitely go into that next. It's been on my radar, I just haven't
Yeah,
implemented yet.
that would be my next move versus going out of the state.
Okay.
Go deep into, I would stop and just focus on my certifications and get them done. They are a headache. Yes, I know. It's a
Hmm.
pain to sit down and get through all of the paperwork and applications. Get
Hmm.
that done.
Okay.
Okay. Set a goal, 90 days, get all of those local certifications that are available to you done. Once
Hmm.
and while you're doing that, start making those connections at the local level as far as training. And also understand that, like last night's coaching student, she saw an opportunity in what's called workforce development training. Don't stay in the notary
Hmm.
bucket. Get in there with your notary NAICS code. Set up yourself, your notary business accordingly, but also open up your service NAICS codes to management and consulting,
Hmm.
training and consulting, or because a trainer is a trainer is a trainer. Okay.
Right.
If you are a good trainer, all you need to have is a good understanding of the content. If you can get that, I can't train
Hmm.
people on how to build a rocket ship. Okay.
Right.
Because I don't understand how to build a rocket ship,
Hmm.
but I understand teaching adult learners. I
Hmm.
understand that there's nothing that there's no, if someone is not as sufficient as they should be, they're an adult but they're lacking in something, I can help them get there. Okay,
Hmm.
because I have extra education and knowledge and experience, so I can take what I have and bring it over here and help them. I can't teach nobody how to break a horse, you see.
Hmm.
Now if somebody who knew how to break a horse could teach me, then yeah. But
Hmm.
when it comes to some of this management and training opportunity that's in the government solicitations that I'm seeing, it notary transfers well. It's not like
Yeah.
it would be difficult.
Gotcha.
So definitely open up your, what services you offer to include management training, consulting, that kind of thing on your when you identify yourself with the government.
Okay. I can do that. And
Right.
um, your link for the government contracts is in the folder.
The links for the government contracting is in the somewhere. I'll have it sent to you. I'll make sure you get it after we get out of this
Okay.
call. And then if you'll give me a moment, I'll just let this video convert, and then I'll send this video so you'll have it as a reference. And is it okay if I share it with the
Yeah,
folks on YouTube? Okay, cool.
for sure.
Tell us how we can get in contact with you and find you. If there's an Oklahoma notary that's wanting to get your help, talk to them. What do they need to do?
Yeah, you just go to oklahomanotaryuniversity.com, or you can go to thenotarychamber.com.
Awesome. Very good. And when's your next? You have anything coming up that you're doing event wise, or anything coming up Zoom wise for people to plug?
Yes, tonight is the start of the loan signing webinar at 6 p.m. It is online, and then at the end we will have a in-person mock signing, and then April 29th we're having our monthly networking event, which is free.
Okay, cool. So can you send me the links to both of those too?
I
So I
sure can.
end up in the description and we'll get it posted on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
channel. Thank you so much, Brashana, for coming. I had a great time and I can't wait to see what you do when you get those certifications.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.